Guys, honestly, I'm handling some more pressure in my life right now. Just want to record this as I'm thinking about it for the YouTube. Might not be like a value-based, like something. Hopefully you guys can take something from this. But I've been just thinking about this for the past 2 days. Like there's more pressure on me now, like on what I'm going to, pursue in my life. So right now, I was doing like content for about a year, right? I was doing content for about a year and a half, actually. 2 years technically, because I started on TikTok, but it wasn't consistent. But a year and a half actually, like when I started on Instagram and I started posting more consistently, and I was overweight at that time. About a year and a half ago, I was overweight. I had the ego. I didn't want to admit it. So, and it only got worse as it went from like July to December. And then January was when I woke up, right? And the whole point of me posting content was for me to fitness coach, but also try to gain some sort of a following so I can, build a personal brand. And, I did it all wrong in the beginning. I just posted viral videos and, I got a couple thousand followers, but it wasn't based off who I wanted to, help out. Whether that's they pay for it or not, I just wanted to help out people with, fitness goals, because that's what I was passionate about, and I still am. However, I've only signed, a couple paying clients. That's it. Not very high ticket, so I could build some credibility, and I've got some good results with them. And I don't want to just pursue my whole life just content. I'm 20 years old. I have time on my side right now, but I feel like I'm running out. So I started to pursue like other avenues, and this opportunity came along with this guy who I follow on Instagram. He's like, his life changed. Seems like overnight, but I know it came with a lot of hard work, right? He was selling life insurance, and so that was pretty cool because I wanted to start getting into sales as I'm pursuing my content. I just didn't know where to start, and so I reached out to him, just like got to know about how he does it, just to see how I can get into sales a little bit, selling life insurance, right? And he was a broker, and he explained to me the process. He onboarded me onto like this insurance license thing, and so it takes like a good like 5 hours each chapter, man. It takes a while, at least 5 hours each chapter. From what I've seen, I'm like halfway through it, and and I have work. I'm working at Burger King right now, which is taking up like at least 35 hours a week. And then I have this thing, which I want to at least try to get halfway through, or at least a quarter through a chapter every single day, just so I don't forget all the stuff that I learned in those lessons as I take the final exam for the insurance. And then I'm doing also the content on the side, as well as my self-development. And I just feel all this weighing down on me. And then recently, like 2 days ago, I invested into myself. Not gonna lie, it was a little bit impulsive, but I knew I wanted to do this for a while. I invested into another fitness coach to take my physique to the next level. It wasn't cheap, right? It wasn't cheap. It was $1,500 for just 3 months, because I didn't have the $6,000 to invest for a whole year. So I just did, $1,500 for 3 months. And I just knew that I had to just get out of my comfort zone. I invested that money, a lot of money, honestly. And the program, I expected more out of it. If I'm being honest, for his following and for his brand, I expected more out of it. But maybe it's just for it to start, so he doesn't confuse me with all this topics and stuff. Like, I feel like my program is much more in depth, but I can't judge. I'm just gonna follow the steps. I'm just gonna follow the program, even though it looks like he just made it last minute. I'm doing that, and I'm doing the insurance thing. I'm doing much more with the program. Like, I'm doing Stairmaster now, and I'm doing 6 days a week in the gym. And so you know, I'm there a lot, but the intensity is quite lower. So I mean, that kind of balances it out. So I'm doing that. My split is 6 days a week. I'm doing the insurance thing, which I know that the course is gonna take probably another at least a week or so, week and a half minimum. And then I'm working at Burger King, and then I'm also doing content. So it's just like, am I doing something wrong, or is this just a test for me to pressure myself and to see how I can handle this pressure? Pressure makes diamonds, as you guys know the quote. I'm trying to see where that song is coming from, but pressure is what builds diamond, or like forms diamonds. But I'm just not sure if this is the right type of pressure where I need to handle all these different things, or do I need to focus on one thing? And so I'm just taking this as a test. I'm taking it as a test. Okay, if I really want this life, I'll let this guy pass. If I really want this life, go ahead. Oh my goodness, bro. Yeah, this roundabout is crazy with drivers. Also, there's a Porsche dealership right here. I see it every day. It's pretty cool. But I'm taking this as just a test for me to see how I can handle this, right? If I really want this life, I have to understand that's going to come with pressure. It's going to come with problems. It's going to come with times where I just want to give up, where I just don't want to do anything. And every time in the past I felt that, I felt like I was doing something wrong. But now that I have more context with, you know, how successful people succeed, with how much work it takes, maybe it's the right path. I'm not sure. Like, it's just uncertain, right? This uncertainty is what builds your character to see how can you handle this pressure. And so I just want you guys to know that this is not like an easy path, right? When you're trying to figure out your own life, it's not an easy path. And especially when you're trying to have a unique life and a different life, it's gonna feel uncomfortable. You're gonna have a lot of discomfort, and you're gonna have to push yourself to past limits than you would have thought. And that's what I'm trying to exercise. I'm trying to exercise that limit muscle, where I'm trying to go beyond what I'm comfortable with. Like the Stairmaster, I absolutely hate that shit. I hate it. But I know that I have to do it because my coach assigned me to do it. So I'm doing it every 6 days. 6 days out of the week. Not every 6 days. I'm doing it 6 days out of the week. 1 rest day. And it sucks, right? But it gets easier the longer you do it. So I'm trusting that process. That's going to get a little bit easier. A little bit easier. But then once it gets easier, you have to have the willpower to challenge yourself even more. You have to have the willpower to willingly push yourselves, right? So once you have everything you want, it's all about now how much farther are you willing to push yourself when you're comfortable? Are you willing to go that extra mile even when you have everything that you need? Or do you want to keep challenging yourself? Like for me, I absolutely hate leg days. Absolutely hate them. But I know it's what's going to build me. It's going to build my character. What would the future me do? He would absolutely do leg days. So I just want to give you guys that quick update as I'm going along this journey, you know, working at Burger King and doing the content and trying to help you guys out with some value, with an actual personal life, with actual personal problems, and not like just an influencer who's living a perfect life. Nowhere near I'm living a perfect life. But maybe it is perfect because the hardships is what makes my future. So, who knows? But I just got home from the gym as I was doing my hamstring workout today at the gym. So, just want to update you guys and let you know, guys, how I'm feeling. I'm not ranting. I just want to express it so I can actually put these words into the physical universe, because I know that everything in here is all cluttered, and until I speak it out, my mom's here? What the hell? Until I speak it out, that's when I have a little bit more clarity. So, hope you guys enjoyed, or at least got something out of it, and understand that it's not perfect. It's quite difficult in the mind. It's quite difficult physically, but it's what really builds us, and it's what cancels out everyone else who's willing to try. So, appreciate you guys for watching. See you in the next video. Oh, it's exactly 10 minutes. That's cool.